Hi, I'm Rob from Cadence. I'm here at GTC with my good friend Kourosh Nemati. Kourosh, can you tell us a little bit about what you do at NVIDIA?
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. I'm Kourosh Nemati. I'm part of the DCE team, basically responsible for all CFD flow network analysis for NVIDIA data centers, and also I'm responsible for the thermal side of the digital twin.
Excellent. So there was a lot of exciting news that was announced at the keynote and throughout the whole conference. One of the biggest themes here is the build out of AI factories. Talk to me a little bit about what excites you at this moment in time with AI factories.
So basically, now we are talking about racks that they're generating 100 to 200 kW. And with the air workload, the basically heat generation of these racks, it can be tremendous. And it takes us, it needs a very detailed analysis, especially on the flow network analysis to understand the behavior of the liquid side, that we make sure that we have enough cooling capacity for the racks, and we can make sure that racks during the lifetime of their work at the AI factory, they can receive enough cooling capacity for the system.
And in terms of getting enough cooling capacity in the system, what does that mean for the people who are operating these factories?
So basically, what we need to do is we need to design the AI factory that can deliver liquid cooling to the racks, basically at the normal and failure operation. Make sure if any failure happening in the AI factory, we have enough redundant system that it can pick up. Also, what we need to do is basically with a software like Cadence, doing analysis on the future readiness, that basically if we go from one generation of the IT to the next generation with higher demand of the liquid cooling, basically we don't need it to retrofit the entire liquid cooling system. We retrofit only the racks, and we go to the next generation of the racks.
Excellent. And now one of the bigger topics involved in all of this is this topic of extreme co-design and co-simulation. What role does that play in these challenges?
I'm glad that you asked this question because this is very important. I give you one example that I'm dealing with right now. For example, we want to do campus level CFD analysis. The wind direction is coming from different locations, and also the humidity, the temperature of the heat. So depends on the location of the AI factory. All these parameters can change. And what we need to do is basically being able to do the CFD analysis. But the important part of it is connect the CFD analysis with the flow network, that we see the effect of all thermal islands recirculation happening in the dry coolers and chillers. We want to see the effect of it on the IT equipment. We want to see if we still are able to provide enough cooling capacity for the system.
And if we do all this right, what's the end benefit for the people deploying these kind of AI factories and data centers?
So the end benefit is basically we can make our data center more energy efficient, and we can optimize the system in terms of energy usage, water usage, carbon footprint, and so on. So we can make it much more optimized, and every single percentage that we are making our AI factory more efficient, it can basically saves us billions of dollars throughout the entire life cycle of the AI factory.
Billions of dollars, and that's quite a bit.
Yes.
So excellent. Well, Kourosh, it's fantastic working together,
Of course.
looking together to deploy some good AI factories in the future.
Of course, the collaboration with Cadence and using the software suite of Cadence is always a good partnership for us. And thanks for being a good partner.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.